morning, everyone. Welcome to your program, 10 questions in 10 minutes or more. In this time, we're going to interview Serdar Temiz. He's a friend of mine.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Serdar. So let's start this interview by giving us an introduction of yourself. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, first of all, to invite me your show. And as far as I know, it is your first English show. In that sense, so it is a privilege for me to be the first one. So I hope it is not going to be the last one that you regret because you had it with me. So what I live in Sweden. I am Kurdish. Kurdish are the largest minority who doesn't have country. So other than that, we have Muslim people, Christian people, Yazidi people that pay to some. But I have Swedish citizenship. I live and work in Sweden at the university and also in the industry.
After introducing yourself, let's start with the questions. As I have done my research, you are a researcher, a consultant, you have been founder of companies, program director, head of innovation, business developer, project manager, and so on. How do you cope with such professional diversity?
I mean, it is not like, actually, let's say like it is not an ability, but it is necessity. Because when you enter the job, when you are in the workforce, you just try to see what you can do, what type of abilities are there. This is what you want to do also, what you can do, but at the same time, what is available there. I have an engineering degree actually, but I start to notice that I am much more interested to more business area, innovation type of domain. So I try to move there. Maybe another one is maybe I didn't feel that I am that good in technology, or maybe I thought I would be much more useful in the other part. So it is, we can say it is necessity, but of course at the same time, I try to do always something that I like to do, but of course I understand it is not easy, as always.
Yes, for example, as far as I have learned with my two seasons living in Sweden, it is a common practice that someone, after getting a PhD, or even being lecturer at a public university, can come with a business model to develop without leaving its regular job. In other countries, otherwise, that would be forbidden, for not to say considered illegal. Why this dual model of business and regular job works in Sweden, and how can be replicated somewhere else successfully?
There is also, I think there is one more difference also. Let's say if you are a researcher in the academia, and I need to check it, but as far as I know, if you have a patent, you found something and you patented it while you are working at the university, a researcher has ownership, not like other, I think in US, if you find something at the university, so university owns it, not the researcher, I guess, like university has. I think in a way that there are one way. Do we really want people that are able to be employed in the industry, but they prefer to work in the academia? And also, do we really want to have collaboration between industry and academia? And actually, isn't it good that we also transfer some knowledge that is available in the academia by letting them to work some percent in the industry? Because officially, like let's say if you are working 100%, you are allowed to work 20% in non-competing industries. And actually, many universities are recommending their employees actually to start their ventures as a side project or to work for other companies, as long as you deliver what you are supposed to do from the academia at the university. Also, there is one thing also different, that because it was also a surprise when people hear, when you say, okay, I work 20% here, 30% here, 50% here, there is this type of notion in Sweden also. Because let's say you are employed 100%, then you can talk to your employer, especially the public university. You can say, I want to work right now 80%. Can you reduce my workload? And then you can work for your own company, or you can work in the industry. So I think this type of flexibility should be given for the people to gain experience in the industry also. Also, this is knowledge transfer. I think it is good. It is mutual benefit, because we usually think, how we can get industry people to come to do presentation in the academia, how they can come, how we can use them, but why don't we expand and let researchers to actually test their knowledge in real life settings also. Of course, there's also misunderstanding. Researchers are actually doing great job. They can be very good employees in big corporations also. But since we just box them in university, we just usually don't utilize their knowledge.
But that's something really new. We're talking about diversity, but also this flexibility about working for several companies in your regular basis is something yet unthinkable in Spain. When you are hired for working for some company, you have to be there 100% of your time.
Yes, the thing like this, it is maybe discussion of another day, longer discussion, but when the industry is changing, like people are working from homes, so companies, if they really want to adapt the change, they need to provide this type of flexibility. They cannot, they need to provide people to work from home, maybe they need to let people to work a bit less, but accept to get less salary, but work in other companies, or like this type of thing should happen, because it is not as before that you get in, like in Japan, you started a company and 50 years later you end up in this company. It is not like this anymore. And if I were, for example, if I have a large corporation and there are some people that have good skill set, and I can be, they can be useful to me even with 50%. Why not to employ them 50% and then let them to work in other projects 50%, 20%? So I think this type of flexibility should exist, because this is the way, if you want to keep the best people, you need to provide them the working environment that they are looking for.
Yes, that kind of flexibility can help people when they're working for some job acquire some sort of experience they are being demanded and they are lack of, because their current company doesn't give them this profile to be developed.
Yes, also it is good for the companies, but also it is good for the people. And if you look, my notion, like productivity has skyrocketed. Like before, to create PowerPoint presentation, we had to spend so much time. To tools, devices, automation came, but salaries are not increasing that much. We see billionaires, etc. So either we need to somehow, if automation will increase, there will be many unemployed people, but at the same time, corporations are making good amount of money. Somehow, maybe we may need to reduce working hours, but still pay the same amount of salary to the people, so they can, like, we need to think about it, but I don't think we are there yet.